Welcome, my dear Sagittarius, for your reading in September here with me, Oliver, on Wellness Beyond Intuition, my YouTube channel and my Rumble channel, and I'm so happy that you're here. If this is your first time here, welcome. If it's your second time here, because I just started back in August, right? Then I'm so happy that you're back. That whatever it is that you got of messages back in August that it resonated with you, that you thought you'd come back and hear a little bit more. So I'm happy that you're here. Remember the golden rule with these readings, because they are general, that is to check out your moon and rising. It's highly encouraged. And also to check out your Jupiter and Venus placement in order to get a full picture of where you're at. And it will explain a lot more to you. I realize it can be very time consuming sitting and watching all those videos, but which is why I try to keep them as short and sweet as possible, because I know there's a lot of information that's coming out, and it can also be overload information, and it usually it's being channeled really fast, and it's coming out. And so give yourself an opportunity to do that if you have the time to do it, okay? You can just jump. You don't have to do it all in one sitting, Also, if there's a word or phrase that resonate with you, I do invite you to make it your own. It could be an indication that I'm speaking just to you, and that there's a message there that that can guide you further into what it is that you like to experience in life, or what might unfold in September and onwards, right? That said, I did a little bit of meditation before I sat down here and recorded this video, and it's interesting because all those clairs that I tend to tap into, I'm predominantly clairvoyant, which means that I have a very vivid imagination. I see images very clearly. I'm also clairsentient. I'm clairaudient. I can hear. Claircognizant. Sometimes I just know, and I love to say this. I'm also clairsmelliant. Sometimes I smell. It's just a joke. Anyway, I've got a joke sometimes, right? But we're more talking about the audible thing that I was zooming in on. That was that I heard a lot of knocking coming, and not because it's knocking here somewhere. I really heard knocking. I mean, it's kind of crazy. Maybe there's a ghost in the apartment here, which wouldn't surprise me, by the way. Knocking. Somebody's definitely trying to get your attention, whether you're hearing it or not, or whether you're paying attention. I am not so certain, but I think you might want to. Knocking can mean many things. It doesn't necessarily literally mean somebody knocking on your door and knocking on your skull. That's pretty rude, if you ask me, if they did that. I think it's more about you just paying attention to if somebody wants your attention and go in that direction. So Sagittarius, we're talking career, we're also talking relationship here, because there's awareness in this. There's somebody who's trying to wake you up to see life from a different perspective. Now let's just dive quickly into career, and that is that, for your career, there are certain other doors that you can open in order to enhance your career, which means that if you have your own business, there's new things that you can bring on in order to enhance your business. If you're talking about wanting to get a job, the people have their eyes on you, and they are trying to sort of wake you up to the idea that it's time for you to go and get a job. If you want to get a new job, or if you want to see if you can get a promotion when it comes to your career, there's also somebody there where you'll if you pay attention. Goes back to being aware and paying attention and hearing it, right? There is an opportunity there for you to do that, but you have to be aware, and you have to be listening to the knocking, so to speak, okay? If that makes sense. Let's take it a little deeper into relationships, okay? Somebody from the past may be coming back and knocking on your door in the sense they're going to make themselves known again and say, hello, I'm here. I mean, it could be just about anybody, okay? No time frame there, but you'll know if somebody from the past will show up. And I'm not saying they're going to literally be standing outside your door and knocking on it. It could be anything from a chance encounter if you're out and about, or if you get a text message or an email, or I mean something like that has happened to me in the past, you know, like where people have been looking for me and on social media, and then they finally find me, and then they send me a message saying, hi, do you remember 25 years ago we were running around in Copenhagen and had a good time and we were doing aerobics together, and stuff like that. But this is sort of what it is that you can expect that's coming up relationship wise. Also, if you are in a relationship at the moment that doesn't seem to take you where you want it to go, there will be some aha moments because of the knocking. That's just the way it works, you know, like you wake up to this, you know, like you start to see things that you may not have seen before within either a partnership, marriage, or just dating somebody. You may be aware, suddenly see something different that's going to change your perspective of where you're at, and that can either be for the better or maybe for the worse. I don't think worse, that's such a harsh word. I just think maybe that if it is for the worse, it's just not as good as it could be. Okay. And that's time for you to wake up to that as well. And all this does is an awareness that will give you the opportunity to make different decisions. Yeah, it's sort of not the end all be all. It's not you having to right then and there act upon what it is that comes into your life. It's more an idea that you are ready to move to a different place in your life. And being the Sagittarius that you are, you know, always on the go, the move, the energy, you guys are just so fantastic. Seriously, you just are. And just take that energy and just run with it, that fire, you know, like, and that's what I want you to do, okay? Let's dive a little bit deeper into it with the tarot. This month I am using the Undersea Tarot. They are pretty phenomenal, if you ask me. They were gifted to me by a friend. The terminology is a little different. So when I say shells, I mean cups. When I say tridents, I mean wands. And when I say starfish, I mean pentacles, and coins, and swords are just swords. So let's see what we have here for you. We start out with a Chariot. Don't we? Yes, we are. We're starting out with a Chariot. As you can see, the Undersea Tarot is like diving into merman world, or the sea world, like a sea world. Shamu's gonna come swimming up to you any moment now. The Chariot is here to tell you that you're moving in the right direction. Sorry, I got a weird sense of humor. You're gonna sort of get used to that. You get the Fool. And so in order for you to move forward in life, you know, and being on the right track, you are going to be asked to have a little bit of faith and take that leap of faith also, so to speak. The Knight of Tridents, which is the Knight of Wands. It's a young energy. Not as young as the Page and not as old as the King. But it is a young energy, and somebody's definitely ready to come into your life, and because you're being, remember the knocking? You're being looked, you're being observed, and somebody sees you for who you are and what you can do and where you're going in life. And I am so fascinated by this, my friend, because when people first pay attention to who you are and what it is that you have to offer, they all gonna come your way, and keep that in mind, okay? The next one is the Wheel of Fortune. I swear to God, I'm shuffling these cards, but there's a silver lining with all these readings for all the signs, and because it seems to be, and it just fascinates me. But you know, there are 78 cards in this deck, and it seems like out of 12 signs, I keep sort of turning the same cards. So it's an overall energy that seems to apply to just about everybody. I should just do one reading and get it out the way, right? Wouldn't be as personal. So we are trying to make them as personal as we can. Okay, so you right next to it you get the Tower. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, hold on one second. And then you get the 8 of Starfish, the 8 of Coins. Okay, so let me explain to you a little bit what's going on here, okay? There are offers coming into your life. It feels to me that the past has offered you a little bit of a Tower moment. People tend to think that might be a bad idea or a bad thing. I usually look at Tower moments as an opportunity to see the house falling apart, but why does it fall apart? Ask yourself that. And for me, it's always because the foundation is cracked. So if you give yourself the opportunity to pack up the old house, go to the foundation, repair it, then you can build something more strong and something more lasting than what was there before. And that's not a bad thing. And you got the Wheel of Fortune right next to it, so you're being given all the ingredients and tools to do that. Career, relationships, even if you want to improve your finances, it's all there for you to, take that old house, throw it out, of course, hold on to your memorabilities, but then fix the foundation and build something new. As we go into the eight of Starfish or the 8 of Coins, which is the heart energy, I do sense that trying to navigate all that from a financial point of view or from a grounding point of view can seem like a little bit of hard work, and it can also seem like you feel tied, like your hands are tied behind your back, and you can feel in the moment that there's not much you can do, as this is sort of like an earth energy, right? But remember, that always that goes back to not repeating the past, why the knocking is coming up. Allow yourself to listen to that knocking and who it is that wants to. That particular Knight of Tridents who's coming into your life will offer you solutions how to do all of this. So it's not bad. It's just that this is like the residue memory in your heart from the past that seems to linger a little longer. This is your opportunity to heal that. And that's sort of September for you. It's gonna catapult you into that awareness, and it's gonna be sort of an ongoing process that you will notice. Okay, so I hope this resonated with you. If it did, then please like, subscribe, and share this video. And there's a lot of description of what's going on in my life personally below. If you want one-on-one reading, I am available for that over at one2listen.com. The link is below, and you can also find out about my radio show. You can also find out about my Instagram account and everything else that's coming up in the near future, okay? Have a beautiful September, dear Sagittarius.